Let's go outside of the studio here for a second and get a perspective outside of St. Louis. Let's talk to Kathy Belk, the CEO of Jumpstart. She's coming to us from, I believe, Northeastern Ohio, and your organization has been on before. We appreciate you coming back and representing Jumpstart. So let's do just what I said. Tell us, are we just in an echo chamber here and a Mutual Admiration Society of St. Louis, or what do you see of St. Louis from the outside looking in?
Sure. So hi and hello, St. Louis. Boy, we are so impressed with the things that are occurring in St. Louis right now. I'm located in Cleveland, but our organization is working all across the country, and everything that everybody's been talking about tonight that is happening in St. Louis is being noticed around the world. I think just in the last day or so, I've had a number of people talk to me about Global Hack as an initiative. Congratulations to Andrew, because I know Startup Challenge was on a lot of people's minds just today. And all the different resources that have been mentioned are all things that people are paying attention to. Okay,
so a lot of different cities want to be the next Silicon Valley, the Silicon Prairie. How is our region doing? How is any one particular city doing just that?
Yeah, sure. So I think what every city wants to be is their own version of their best self as an entrepreneurial hotspot. How can any region, and how can St. Louis, take all the assets that you have, whether that's the highest density of plant scientists in the world, which we're so envious of, to all the different tech startups and programming talent that you're bringing to town? How can everybody make the most of that? And I think that's going to be the really unique competitive advantage that St. Louis has, because you have assets that no other region has, and you're doing so many things to turn those assets into actual growing companies that are going to create jobs and create sustainable jobs for the next 50 or 100 years.
Okay, so one of the things you do at Jumpstart is pair the startups with capital. I want to know, what do you see a venture capitalist looking for? What are they looking for in a product, and are they looking for anything in the community at large?
Yeah, so as many of your folks have already spoken to, venture capitalists are looking to make money out of making a great investment in a product that's going to be globally competitive, that has some IP associated with it, and has a great team leading the company, because it's the team who's really going to navigate that product in the market as it hits its hills and valleys of entrepreneurship. The thing that the community can do that totally makes sense for venture capital is to give, to tell the stories of these entrepreneurs, because venture capitalists can't always find where all the great entrepreneurs are throughout the country, particularly if they're not located in your region. So programs like yours, websites like Techly that also highlight great stories about entrepreneurs, those are incredibly important to those venture capitalists, and it makes it very easy for them to get to know companies better.
So what are young entrepreneurs looking for that you find that keeps them around, and are all entrepreneurs young? I don't know if I'm impressed or depressed by Andrew at age 29.
Well, it's a great question that you asked, because I asked myself the same thing. I said, well, there are entrepreneurs who are young people, and then there are entrepreneurs who are new to being entrepreneurs, and they kind of want different things, although of course many of them want the same. So of course young people, they want a vibrant city, they want lots of other entrepreneurs to be around, and as you are building, many ways for them to be able to access resources that enable their companies to grow. I think Gabe mentioned this idea of how many people in St. Louis will help any entrepreneur who's new to think through their business and figure out how to tackle their challenges. I know you have some great structured mentoring programs in St. Louis too, and I think that is an absolutely invaluable asset no matter what the age of the entrepreneur. Another person I think mentioned this idea of the very low cost of living in St. Louis and the low cost to start a business, and that is a tremendous asset as well, particularly if you're thinking of somebody who's new to entrepreneurship but maybe isn't in their 20s. So they might have a family, they might have financial obligations, and the ability to start a new business quickly and cheaply, especially compared to other places, is going to be very important and very helpful to that person.
Okay, Kathy Buck, last question. I want to steal your best idea that Jumpstart is doing that we may not be in St. Louis.
You've talked so much tonight about talent, about the need to have talent. And one of the things that we're doing in our region here, we've been doing for about 3 years, is we have a program that helps young companies recruit talent. We know that many startup companies don't have an HR person. They maybe haven't had any experience with finding the people that they need, that third member, fourth member, fifth member of the team. So we have sort of an in-house recruiting team that will do that work for them, which is both bringing people in from outside of our region, but also helping to make sure that the folks who live here today know of and find great opportunities when they're a good fit.
Thank you so much, Kat.